A long time ago, there was a widow named Boranda. Her husband had passed away a long time ago, so that she lived there alone.
She had no children, and she prayed to God to get a child. One night when she prayed, a giant passed her house and heard her pray. The giant said,
I can give you a child, but you should give the child back to me when she was 17 years old. Ha 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 ha.
Boranda was so happy and didn't think the risk of losing child later. She agreed the offer.
Thank you. I'm very glad. I can finally have a child.
Then the giant gave Boranda those cucumber seeds and asked Boranda to plant them around her house. And the next day, Boranda planted those cucumber seeds just like what the giant asked. Shortly, those cucumbers grew up into a cucumber, and there were several cucumbers there. But however, the most interesting thing was a huge golden cucumber.
Boranda plucked the golden cucumber and carried it home. With care, she sliced it. And she was so surprised that a cute baby girl was inside. She named the baby with timun mas, which means golden cucumber.
Year passed, and Timun Mas has grown to be a beautiful and lovely little girl. She was real smart and kind as well. That is why Boranda kept thinking about her promise with the giant.
Timun Mas, you've grown so fast. I'm scared that the giant will take you back from me when you're 17 years old.
One night, Boranda had a dream. She must meet a holy man in a place called Mount Gunung. The holy man could help her to save her daughter. And the next morning, Boranda met that holy man.
Please, help me. My daughter is in a big danger. When she turns 17, the giant will take her from me. I don't want to lose her.
Don't worry, I could help.
He gave 4 little bags to Boranda.
These bags are for her. Tell her to open and use them one by one,
said the holy man.
Then Boranda nodded her head as a sign that she understood the comment. She came back to home.
Each one was containing cucumber seeds, needles, salt, and shrimp paste. The holy man said that Timun Mas could use them to protect herself from the giant.
At home, Boranda then told her daughter about her promise with the giant and about those bags that was already given by the holy man.
I made a promise with the giant. He told me to return you back when you're 17 years old.
What? Mom! What are you talking about? Well, you haven't told me this before.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to tell you the truth.
So, what should we do now?
These were bags was given by the holy man to protect me from the giant. You have to keep this.
Okay, Mom, I will keep this. A few days later, the giant came back to Boranda's houses and asked for the promise. Boranda told her daughter to run from the back of the door and took those 4 bags with her.
The giant was so angry, he rushed towards Timun Mas. He was getting closer and closer. She then opened the first bag. It was the cucumber seeds. She threw those seeds, and instantly they grew into huge cucumber fields.
The giant ate them all so that she could run further. But however, it was giving the giant more strength to chase the girl. He was getting close again.
She then opened the second bag that contains needles and spilled them behind her. The needles magically turned into large bamboo trees, which were thorny.
The giant berries were black and scratched. Unfortunately, he made it and chased the girl again.
Timun Mas then opened the third bag and spilled the salt inside. That made the soil which the salt touched turn into the very deep sea.
The giant almost drowned here, but he swam to cross it.
From a far place, Timun Mas saw it. She then opened the last bag and threw it. It was the shrimp race and made the soil become a large swamp of boiling mud.
The giant was trapped, and the boiling mud drowned him. Everything was ended.
Timun Mas came back to her home and lived happily